Last weekend, I watched a movie I hadn't seen in quite a while. We Bought a Zoo. Matt Damon plays a dad who lost his beloved wife to cancer and was having real trouble relating with their young teen son. But the two started to connect when Benjamin shared this advice. He said, "You know, sometimes all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage. Just literally 20 seconds of just embarrassing bravery. And I promise you, something great will come of it." Benjamin was relating the story of how he'd met his amazing Catherine. As he spotted the most beautiful woman he'd ever seen through a coffee shop window, he used his 20 seconds of insane courage to go talk to her. And those 20 seconds launched his life of joy. I love that advice because I experienced the same thing. Back when I was a business major in college, my mom asked me to be on the board of directors of the wholesale plumbing and heating supply company that her father had established. My grandfather had been gone many years, so my mom and her only brother had inherited the business, though Grandpa's managers continued to actually run the company day to day. But when the managers grew older and retired, Mom was the major shareholder, as my uncle had sold some of his part to invest in his own supply business. Though Mom had never run a company, she jumped in with both feet, and I was so proud of her. Unfortunately, she and my uncle had a falling out over some company matters. I was sad because he was larger than life to me, and he and my cousins provided so many happy memories in my growing up years. When I attended this board meeting, my job was simply to be my mom's yes woman and vote the way she did. It was at the attorney's office on the umpteenth floor of the Transamerica building in San Francisco. About 10 of us were gathered around the conference room table, and needless to say, my 22-year-old self felt ultra intimidated by all these older, seasoned professionals around me. We later learned my uncle's attorney had advised him to bully my mom as frequently as possible while she led the meeting. I was stunned and shaken as she did her best to ignore his comments while none of her other supporters said anything. That's when my 20 seconds of insane courage kicked in. I finally said, in a shaking voice, something like, "My mom commutes 4 hours daily, has won the respect of the employees, and wasn't brought up running a business, she was thrown into it. So I'd appreciate it if you would keep your comments to yourself." Mom looked over and just said, "Thank you, Kathy," then resumed the meeting without any further attacks. I felt so proud of myself for being so brave, and I thank my uncle for temporarily playing his difficult role so I could learn to step up and do the right thing, no matter how difficult. And that was an empowering life changer for me. You'll be happy to know that my mom and uncle did make up, and he was a rock when my mom was dying several years later. And my cousins and we are closer than ever. When I think of a coworker I had who hated conflict so much that she once fired someone by voicemail, I have to laugh, though it's really kind of sad. I'm grateful that I now know I can face challenges head on and I don't need to play small. Next time you or I are caught in one of life's scary opportunities for courage, I hope we remember we just need 20 seconds to shine that divine.